Hi you guys, it's Ruby. Welcome back. I am going to be sharing my 2024 week in the life with you guys today. If you saw last year's, this is the exact same concept as my week in the life design process layout from last year, so I will link that up in the cards for you. But yeah, I am keeping it really simple again. I found it to be a lot more enjoyable to document and also to do the journaling and put it together, and a lot more attainable for me to get it done in a timely manner. That being said, it feels like it was a long time ago. I just haven't put the video together really, and I had to type up journaling and print it on paper, and that was really it. But you'll see it's very, very simple. So again, I'm working on a life crafted citrus twist album. I filled the inside, which is really fun. I don't think I did that last year, and I probably should because this is really exciting. This is just a random wood veneer that came in one of the million kits I bought from Studio Calico, and I only have certain months, so I was like, oh, April, perfect. And that's when this one was last year. And I used a couple of pieces from a weekly documenting kit from Ali Edwards. It wasn't a week in the life kit though. It was just I don't know what it was called, but anyways, so this was at our old house, which is cool because I was thinking about this year, and I'm my 4th time doing week in the life. And each week in life I've lived in a different place, which is cool. Just kind of a sign of the times, being young and moving a lot. We were living in our old place, which was a time, honestly, kind of a tumultuous time in my life, to be honest. I said honestly twice, sorry. But I think it's important to look back and think about that. But Monday, I am driving the hour down south to where my family lives. And that was kind of the thing. So I start off with a full page. I use one of these little tabbies, and then I go into a grid, and then I either go into another grid or another full page. So that's kind of the layout. And then I stuck a few random little embellishments down. Mostly it's really simple. So you can see me bright and early. I work 6 a.m. Pacific, which is 9 a.m. Eastern hours, is my start time. And so it's pitch black in my room, and I'm peeling my eyes open with my laptop. Hazel's staying in bed. Hazel's going for a walk, doing some laundry, and then me working, and Hazel was jumping on me, which is very common. And then phone calls to Steven. At the time, he was working a really crazy, demanding, honestly toxic job. So we spent a lot of time on the phone. And then my little cousin was in town. He was in the military, and he had just gotten done with his time stationed in Japan, which if you didn't know, I went to Japan 2 Decembers ago. And yeah, so that's because he was stationed there. But yeah, he's back, and then he was going to get not deployed, but he was going to finish his time out in North Carolina. So he was here for a little bit. Oh, it looks like I had a lot on Monday. So then we go into another grid. Oh, this guy's just floating around. He needs to be sticked down. I did one big page of journaling with a stamp if I could fit it, which I'm pretty sure I was able to fit out on most days. I just printed it right on my printer. There's me and Hazel driving south, which is this the weirdest order? No, it's not. The foggy road, track practice, my cousin at sushi, FaceTiming my parents because they were in, I think, Australia. And then I took my cousin to Target, which is so funny because when we were kids, that was his favorite thing to do, is go to Target, spend his money on Legos. And once I was old enough to drive, I remember being so excited that I could drive him to Target. That was the most exciting thing for me. Tuesday, again, I was in San Diego, and I was at track practice, which I coach track at a high school. And my best friend at the school is the athletic trainer, and she had a game that night. So I left and got us sandwiches, and I came back, and Hazel was in the car. So I brought Hazel down, which we're not supposed to have dogs on campus, but what are you gonna do? And it was cold, so Hazel had my jacket on. And then the next day, or I guess that night, super late at night, but really it was technically Wednesday because it was past midnight. Dante, our cousin, and a couple of his friends came over, and we played board games. Woke up early feeling like crap because we stayed up too late working. More phone calls with Steven. I went on a run actually with my brother and his friend randomly. They were coming to my parents' house, and they liked running. And then this is funny, I have a selfie of the kids. I blocked their faces out because they're not my kids. But the kids I coach, I often, when I find my phone and there's random selfies, random videos that they take, and it's just a whole thing. So yeah. Then I'm driving. I don't know where I'm going at 9 p.m. because maybe I babysat that night. I don't know. I'm coming home at 9 p.m. Can't remember why. Wednesday's the day that my little cousin Dante left for North Carolina. He was driving a truck with a trailer, RV trailer attached to it. So we were helping him get all set up. Again, in the morning working, there's his little dog. There's my grandma giving him a hug. Everyone came to help get him all situated. I was working. He was on his computer. My aunt made me like really good toast. And then there's his little setup leaving. Practice. This is one of our coach's daughters who's super cute. And it's fun because she's like way older now, a whole year older. And when you're that little, it makes a big difference. And then I was cooking, FaceTiming Steven, Hazel, and I in bed at night. She's like staring into my soul. Then Thursday, again, waking up and working, trying to take unique or different angles of the same kind of thing. And Hazel was so cute and the lighting was really good because there's a window right here. And then we had a track meet. So Thursday, I didn't really take very many pictures because I worked and then I went to the meet, and the meet was kind of far away. So it's like our farthest distance we travel for like a in-town weekday meet. And it was our last meet of the season. So it was kind of senior night, even though it was away. But anyways, so these are all the seniors. There's me action shot coaching, which is fun because Steve actually wasn't at this meet, I don't think. But one of the athletes like was taking a picture of me, which I thought was funny. And she was probably making fun of me for yelling, but I loved it. I have my little stopwatch in my hand. And then I put 24 for the class of 2024. So that was a really fun one. And then Friday went grocery shopping. This was so sad. It was when Leilani announced that she's no longer doing Patreon, which is so sad because I like love her Patreon. I actually still subscribe and I rewatch her videos all the time. It's like really fun. There's just so much to watch, and it's fun to watch while I'm working. It's fun to watch while I'm crafting. I've been recently watching her Camp BFF album and also her New York travel album. So if you haven't already seen all of her videos, definitely consider subscribing. It's like $5 a month and you can subscribe for a couple months and then watch them all and then unsubscribe and then resubscribe when you're like, ugh, I want to watch them again. That's what I do. Anyway, so there's my grocery haul because I was staying at my parents' house, so I had to have some food. Me working from bed. I think I was probably sending that blurry selfie to Steven. Screenshot of the Patreon goodbye. So sad. Picture of the weather. And then my parents were coming home. So there's Hazel greeting my parents. And then Steven came down because this was Friday, so he's coming down for the weekend. This is my brother giving my parents a hug. We went to get Sweet Green. This is like my obsession. It's this Health Aid kombucha. I was never a big kombucha girl, but I tried this one, and it's passion fruit tangerine. And passion fruit is like my favorite flavor. And then Steven got kombucha, and he's in his little scrubs because he worked in the hospital. And then my parents telling us funny stories from their trip. And then this is me working on the website late at night. Saturday is our like big invitational that we host every year. It's for freshmen and sophomores. So these are my little freshmen and sophomores. And this is the day where like I printed my journaling on one piece of paper and I decided I didn't like it. So I went to reprint it and I accidentally threw away the original and needed to retype it. So that's kind of where this one's at. But yeah, so here's me. I was doing my makeup on selfie mode. And then Steven got in, so we took a picture. This is one of my athletes who graduated the year before, and his dad came again to help, which is so sweet. This is that little girl again. I made her some custom merch for the day. And then there's the athletic trainers again. And this is when we got home. My dad was under his blankie. He loves his big comfy blankie. And then this is just all of my favorite coaches on our staff. We always take pictures together. I make them. It's all boys. So I'm like, guys, let's take a picture. And I include my favorite people and not my not favorite people. This is Sunday. There's all of us in bed. Very organic, not candid self-timer photo. On Sunday, Steven left. We had 2 different cars. So he had left earlier because he's more urgently wanted to get home and like settle down before work again. My athlete, that one whose dad was at the meet, had texted us and told us he like ran a really big PR, which is crazy. So we were freaking out, and he had like made a mark that was good enough to qualify him for regionals. This is a photo of my nasty sock tan. Sorry about my feet. I don't know. People think feet is weird. I don't think feet are weird, but I have a very crazy sock tan. Hanging out with my mom, working on the newsletter for the website for track, and then me and Hazel hitting the road. And this was funny because this is like us very first exploring where we were living. And so we went to the little place by our house and we got ramen, and this place is terrible. We never went there again, but we did go to this place a lot. We just never got that ramen again. But we were just exploring around, and we ended up going to this place a lot while we were living there. And then we just took naps, which we just needed. We were tired. Frost off was a big day. The invitational, and also Steven's always tired because work was gnarly. And then these are some flowers I bought my mom for when she returned. And I have some little labels that I apparently didn't stick down. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I already have everything together for this year's Week in the Life. I'm doing the same album size. I can give you guys a sneak peek. It's coming across way more blue. It's like definitely more of a sage green. Got my Week in the Life. And it's all ready to go. And I have just a few more things I want to add in, but you can see like I already have my journaling and my pictures in there. So that'll be coming really soon for you guys. I was gonna do a process video, but honestly, it's like so simple what I'm doing. I'm just like adding like a single little day of the week thing in there and then maybe a couple of other stamps, but it's really going to be so simple that it's like really not interesting for a process video in my opinion. But I will post that soon just so you guys have it and it's like out there in the universe. But I'm definitely excited to continue posting videos and kind of get back into the swing of things. I'm very inspired. I feel like whenever I go out of town, which I feel like I've been out of town for the last like month, it's really exciting to get home and get crafting. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.